everybody? Welcome to Capital Combat. The name says it all. I'm Hakeem Branch.
Rob Jarrell.
And today, we got another technical toolbox for you, and we're going to work on some defense. And we've gone through pretty much all the punches, done a little bit of combination punches. So now let's talk about some defense. Today we're going to do simple defense, just blocking, slipping, and ducking. Rob's going to put on the gloves, I'm going to throw some stuff at him, and hope he learns something as he puts on his gloves. Now, we're also going to step back so you can see his feet. You know, we like to show a full body experience because boxing, kickboxing, or MMA, they're all full body experiences. Even though with boxing, you're only using your hands for offensive weapons, it's still a full body sport. So, we're going to step back now and Rob's ready. That's good. Now, the first thing in having a good defense is having your stance and your arms in a good place to block, slip, or counter, and not leave a lot of openings. So as you see, Rob has his hands up protecting his face. He has his elbows tucked in protecting his body, and then nice and close, so you can't really find many openings to get in there. Now, first thing we're going to talk about is blocking. Now, to block a punch, you simply use your arms to stop it from coming at you. You can either turn your body into it like that, or a more advanced way is almost like a parry, is just to catch it. So like if I'm throwing a jab, Rob can either turn into it to block, like so, or he can catch it as a parry, like so. See that? He doesn't put it forward like this. All he does is turn his hand slightly to catch that right before it hits his face. So we're going to go over it again. A block or a catch. Bam. Just like that, because if someone's a little bit more advanced and they start timing that, they might want to hook off that, so you still have that hand there to catch it if they decide to do so. Now with the right hand, you really don't want to catch that one too much. You can block it like so, or you can slip it or duck it. So Rob is going to slip. This time he's going to slip to the outside, which opens up for a left hook. And then the second time he's going to duck it and move out of the way. So the first one, you slip out of the way and open yourself up for a counter punch, which is here. You see how I'm open and he immediately fires that punch. Or he can get out of the way by ducking under. Now, this is where the legs come into play. Watch Rob's legs as he gets away from this punch. You see how he dipped his legs? He didn't bend at the waist and keep his legs straight. He dipped with his knees and got under that punch. You want to still keep a strong base no matter what you're doing or where you are in the ring.
And the good thing about using your legs, if you're bending at your waist, you're almost taking your eyes off your opponent. And you don't want to do that, especially if you want to return fire or he comes with something right after that right hand, or any punch for that matter.
Right. So now we're going to do a little bit more slipping. So if I'm throwing a jab, you can slip either to the inside or the outside. Most people like to slip to the outside so they can throw that right hand, which would look like this. See, Rob takes a small step with his right leg over in that direction and dips his body. He's not just moving his torso, which you can do, but as he moves his foot, he can get ready to plant a little bit better to land the right hand. So if I just stick it out there, he can come back right over the top. But if he doesn't, he's almost out of position. Don't move that foot, just move out the way. He's almost out of position, so if I come into him, I can move him out of the way. And then he's out of position, he has to reset, or he might get hit himself. So what you want to do when you're slipping is also use your feet. So watch Rob's foot again, step to the outside. That way he can either get out if he wants to, or he can return fire. Now to slip to the inside, you want that to be a little bit closer as well, so you can land either a left hook or uppercut. If the person's dropping their hand when they jab, you can hit them with that left hook. Or if they're nice and tight, you can hit them with the uppercut, because as you see, that's open. And you see that very small move Rob did? Very small. You don't want to make too large of a movement when you're slipping, because you might end up out of position as far as your punch, and you won't have any leverage on it to make them really pay for that punch.
And if you're watching, you're seeing I'm not stepping out as much. I'm actually stepping forward and out with my dip. So I can come back, like you said, I can come back with the uppercut or a hook.
Exactly. You want to still stay tight and compact when you're using your defense, so you're always ready to shift right back into offense. Now, we're going to duck a few punches. We've already ducked the right hand. Now you have your left hook. So if I'm in close and we throw that left hook, you roll right under it. See how he still took that step, and he can return fire with any punch he chooses to. Same thing, if I'm throwing a looping right hand, you can just roll right under it. Bam, bam, and I'm coming back trying to find him, and there's a body punch coming my way. So when you're doing that, make sure you're always ready to make them pay when you want to make them pay. Now, as far as uppercuts, most people want to throw those in close. If you are one of those special otherworldly athletes, maybe you throw them from far away. But for the rest of us regular people, we get in close, get some good leverage on them, and throw them with some power. Now, to block an uppercut is almost the same way you do when you catch the jab. You're just going to put your hand down and stuff it right back down. Almost, if you're familiar with working with the mitts, it's the exact same motion you do with that. So if I'm trying to uppercut Rob, I'm going to throw a right uppercut. All he's doing is just turning into it and stuffing it down like that. Same thing with the left uppercut. Bam. You just stuff it. Boom, stuff it. All you got to do is stuff it. And you go right back into defensive position. Those are very important, because when you're in close, uppercuts really hurt. You don't want to get hit with them.
And as you can see, each movement, especially parrying or just catching it, it's not out. It's a short movement. Bam, bam, bam. That means, because if you're coming so far out, that leaves way too much room for them to return fire.
Yes, if I wanted to fake him and I just fake an uppercut and he comes down too far to block that, I can just do a short uppercut like that, come over with the left hook, and you're hit. So you want to make it nice and tight, so if I do feint, it's still there. He's still blocking it. And there you go. Anything else you want to add?
Nothing as of right now. Looks like we covered a lot of the bases on blocking and catching punches.
Yeah, that's all for now. Let's go ahead and walk up back to the camera. We hope you guys like this video. Leave a comment if you have anything you want to say. If there's any questions that you have, you can leave them below, or you can hit us up on capitalcombat@gmail.com. You can also hit us up on our Facebook page, same name, Google+, same name. Very easy to find us. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like it, share it with your friends, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
This is round one, and you've already lost. They don't seem to see that everything we've done is come at a cost. My fists are on fire, I perform till I perspire. My demons are in a rage, keep thinking that it's a game. I kick rhyme, hurricane. I told them I don't play, I'm liquid.
Black Street Fighter.